Toni Morrison was a Nobel and Pulitzer Prize-winning American novelist. Her best-selling work explored Black identity in America and in particular the often crushing experience of Black women through luminous, incantatory prose resembling that of no other writer in English. As the first African-American woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, Morrison's work has inspired a generation of writers to follow in her footsteps. Born Chloe Anthony Wofford on February 18, 1931, in Lorain, Ohio, Toni Morrison was the second oldest of 4 children. Her father, George Wofford, worked primarily as a welder but held several jobs at once to support the family. Although she grew up in a semi-integrated area, racial discrimination was a constant threat. When Morrison was 2 years old, the owner of her family's apartment building set their home on fire while they were inside because they were unable to afford the rent. When she was 12 years old, she converted to Catholicism and was baptized under the name Anthony after Saint Anthony of Padua. She later went by the nickname Toni after this saint. In 1949, Morrison decided to attend a historically Black institution for her college education. She moved to Washington, D.C. to attend Howard University. While in college, Morrison experienced racial segregation in a new way. She joined the university's theatrical group called the Howard University Players, and frequently toured the segregated South with the play. She witnessed how racial hierarchy divided people of color based on their skin tone. The community at Howard University also allowed her to make connections with other writers, artists, and activists that influenced her work. Morrison attended Cornell University to earn the Master of Arts in English. She wrote her thesis on the works of Virginia Woolf and William Faulkner and completed her master's degree in 1955. When she graduated in 1955, she began teaching English at Texas Southern University but returned to Howard University as a professor. In awarding her the Nobel, the Swedish Academy cited her novels characterized by visionary force and poetic import, through which she gives life to an essential aspect of American reality. Ms. Morrison animated that reality in prose that rings with the cadences of Black oral tradition. Her plots are dreamlike and nonlinear, spooling backward and forward in time as though characters bring the entire weight of history to bear on their every act. Her narratives mingle the voices of men, women, children and even ghosts in layered polyphony. Myth, magic and superstition are inextricably intertwined with everyday verities, a technique that caused Ms. Morrison's novels to be likened often to those of Latin American magic realist writers like Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The Bluest Eye, Morrison's first novel, The Bluest Eye, was published in 1970. Her next novel, Sula 1973, explores good and evil through the friendship of 2 women who grew up together in Ohio. Sula was nominated for the American Book Award. In Song of Solomon, a baby girl is named Pilate by her father, who had thumbed through the Bible, and since he could not read a word, chose a group of letters that seemed to him strong and handsome. In Beloved takes up residence in the house of her murderer. At Princeton, Morrison established a special workshop for writers and performers known as the Princeton Atelier in 1994. The program was designed to help students create original works in a variety of artistic fields. Love 2003 divides its narrative between the past and present. Morrison died on August 5, 2019, at Montefiore Medical Center in New York.